just made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Number 26.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 39. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
5-yard pickup on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Bowden. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Again, the ball carrier.
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. Forced out to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
A loss of 3.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
25-yard line.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Darnold, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football.
8-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 2nd down, Tua. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Bernard. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 3, Jets nothing.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there, and what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Darnold from the gun. Kyle Van Noy. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's... A rookie, Charles, how much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
A gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Down Miami.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The sack by Jordan Willis. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Airing one out for Crowder. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run with Bowden. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9.
Tua going to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now Tua. And it's caught by Parker. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tua Tagovailoa in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A final shot before the break. Darnold. He'll air this one out deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On the ground, it's Bowden. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try it again with Bowden. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that they're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Connor. And he's got some space here. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami. First touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And his kick is right through.
Dolphins 27, Jets 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And they'll run the screen with Bowden. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case...
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown.
Complete to
Devontae Parker, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Sanders on for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Dolphins 34, Jets 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. To throw is Darnold. He's going to look deep for Perriman. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
The kick is good.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ronnie Harrison on the tackle.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 19-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Dolphins 41, Jets 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Darnold. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now they are going for it. Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. We don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a 1st down. He'll air this one out deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brashad Perriman, 61 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And the lead is down to 20.
Good. Makes the scores Dolphins 41, Jets 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it here with Bowden. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
On the tackle. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Dolphin 1st down.
2 and now on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Tagovailoa's pass complete to Julian Edelman. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. He's got this one completed to Mims.
Complete to Denzel.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Brings up third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind. And
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Dolphins.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Bernard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Henry Anderson on the
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
He was tackled.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
3 on the play.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Henry Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa looking deep for Adams, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Dolphins.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Davante Adams with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On first down, it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20.
At the 21-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now down to 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Antonio Callaway on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards on the play.
And the Dolphin first down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Davante Adams, 44 yards. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. On first down, Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On second and 10, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brings up third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain.
2nd and goal.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Darnold to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Brashad Perriman. Incomplete.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. One last throw now for Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Jamison Crowder. Incomplete. Brings up 4th and goal.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on 4th and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a time.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
41.
Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride, too. They stopped the 2-point.